Burnt it once, yeah me too. Now we're cooking like pros, kinda it'll do. Flipping it wrong, but it still tastes right. Bushcrafty Cooks, we feast tonight. And as always, happy cooking.
Hey guys, welcome back. Bushcrafty Cooks, back again. We got a nice size medium onion. Some people might call this a large onion, but I call it a medium. Pull out some of the bad parts of it. Sometimes it happens, you know, you get some bad parts to the onion. Try to pull it out of there. Kind of like the core, I guess you would call it. Anyways, let's go ahead and chop this puppy up. And today we are going to be making like a chili, but it's a little different. Now this was a dish that that I'm improvising on because I don't know what the actual name of it is or anything, but it was a cabbage dish that was made just like chili without the beans and stuff. But today I am going to do my own version of this with the beans. Take these cores out of here. And first of all, we are going to pressure cook the beans so we don't have to sit here and cook for hours. So I'm going to chop this onion up really good. And we're going to put a little bit more ingredients in this. Like so. And this is kind of the same way I would be getting ready for refried beans. And here are some beans I picked up for $1. This is a cheap, inexpensive meal. The onions, I paid $5 for 50 pounds of onions, so that onion probably cost 2 cents. You know, pop that in there. And I probably should have took out all the bad ones. Usually I do, but it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Let's scoot this over here since majority of the chopping is done. You can see what we're doing here. We're gonna go ahead and spill this all over the place. And usually what I do is put chicken stock in here, and this is organic. You can get this pretty cheap. I think it's $1.47 at Aldi's. And this is 2 cups. I believe it's 2 cups. No, it's 4 cups. It's 32 ounces. And I have some frozen peppers here. There are clabantos, jalapenos, and all that good stuff. See if I can break that down. And we're going to plop those in there too. Oh man, that smells so good. I'm not very happy that my garden didn't do too good this year. With all this heat, things didn't go well. Okay, we have some chili powder. We're going to put some chili powder in there. Teaspoon. 2. We're going to put some garlic. 1.5. Gotta have cumin. I'm not going to put that much in there. About yay much. 1/2 teaspoon. What else did we need? Onion powder. Yes, we have onions in here. We're still putting onion powder. There you go. About 1/2 teaspoon. I'll put salt and pepper in here also. And then we're going to make this cook for 45 minutes under pressure. Being this is Instant Pot, you know, that kind of thing. And while that's cooking, I'm going to brown some ground beef. And we're going to put the ground beef in there also. Not now, but once this gets done. And then we're going to cook it some more. And we'll be back anyways. So hang tight. we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, here's the second part of our dish right here. This is the ground beef part. This would be the chili part. Once this starts browning up a little bit, we will put seasonings in this so the meat has flavor too. Every step of the meal has to have flavor, so it doesn't make a difference if you just put this in with your chili. The meat has to have the flavor too, so always remember that. Like if I was to add tomatoes to this, I would have to put salt to add flavor to the tomatoes, because the salt or the tomatoes would take the salt away from the meat. So always give your food flavor. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay, we're almost at the time when we season. If you noticed here, we have some water evaporating from the moisture of the meat. If we put spices in this before now, all the spices would evaporate and you would lose a lot of flavor. So this is why you wait. You don't season right away. So the first thing we're going to season with is about a teaspoon of chili powder, and a little bit more. There you go. We're also going to put some more garlic in here. There you go. About a teaspoon. Same thing with onion powder. There we go. Like that. And a little bit of cumin, just like before. Give it that flavor. Now we can go ahead and start mixing that up. So the meat will absorb all the spices, and it'll be flavorful. If not, when you are cooking up your ground beef, the meat is actually releasing its moisture. So if you would have spiced, then all the spice goes out of the meat. You want the spice to go in the meat, so you wait until after the water starts to evaporate. And this is about done, so we're ready to start combining everything to our dish. So hang on, and we'll jump over to the other side of the kitchen and be right back. Okay, here you go, guys. This right here, these beans would be perfect for making refried beans. These are the perfect consistency. You notice that all the broth in there has thickened up quite a bit. You would just take spoonfuls out, put it in a skillet and start frying, and mush it up, and there's your refried beans. But we are going to add our ground beef, and I just hit this so you guys can't see what I'm doing. Maybe you can. There we go. Put this over here and swing that back over. Try to here. There we go. Right there, looks good. I've got boxes all up in here and stuff. It's a mess. But anyways, go ahead and mix this up, and we're going to start adding in our next ingredient, which, let me slide this on over here so you can see what that is. That is cabbage. Yes, I said cabbage. I've already taken off the excess leaves and rinsed it down and all that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and start slicing this up as much as I can. Let's put this over to the side, and I'll show you how I'm going to do the slices. And this is not a very big slice here, but we're going to slice this in strips like this, so it acts as like a noodle, so to speak, and do it like that. You notice here it is all in slices like that, and it'll break down a lot easier. Go ahead and add it to your pot. Go ahead and slice this up as much as we can, like so. It's better if it's in strips. Breaks down a lot faster and easier. Okay, let's get some more of this. Like so. Do the same thing. Go ahead and not chop your finger, but chop the cabbage. Now you may think, oh, this is weird. Chili and cabbage together? Don't knock it until you try it. There we go. And you may have to squish stuff down in there because we got more ingredients we have to put in there. Let me go ahead. We're going to try to get one more in there. Save the rest for a snack. Again, put it in slices. You can make it thin or thick depending on your preference. Put that in there. There we go. Okay, let's move this out of the way. We've got some tomato sauce, and I've got some tomatoes. Okay, I've got my special tool here. We're going to go ahead and pop this up. And these are superb lids. If you want a discount, I think it's 20% off right now. It's down in the description. And these really seal like crazy good. Let me move this back over here so you can see what we're doing. Ugh. Okay, we're going to pour this whole thing in there. Yes, the whole thing. Not only that, we have some tomatoes to go in there too. Stewed tomatoes. Now the fun part is mixing this up. Mixing the ground beef in here and all the goodies. Once that liquid starts getting down to them beans, it'll be a little bit easier to move that about. Good thing is I can turn this pot and stir this stuff in at the same time. Now normally I would do this, slow cook this, but since it's so late in the day, I am going to mix some more, put some more spice in here, and salt and pepper and all that stuff, and we're going to pressure cook it for a little bit. And we're kind of a little bit over the line. The line's about yay. But as soon as that cabbage starts to wilt down, it'll dissipate a little bit. So let me get some chili powder over here, because this is chili. I'm going to put another teaspoon of there. Put a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to put a little bit more cumin in here. And my spaghetti sauce, it already has peppers and onions and stuff in there, and a lot of spices, so we don't need too much. But I do want to put that chili powder in there to give it that chili taste. And if I had some poblanos, the juice of the poblanos would go good in here too. So let me go ahead and put this lid on here and cook it for about 15 minutes, or pressure cook it for 15 minutes, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, here we go, guys. Here is the finished product. Ooh, doesn't that look good? Ooh, there we go. Let me go ahead and put it in my bowl. Make a mess. Wouldn't be cooking if you didn't make a mess, right? Oh, look at that. Go ahead and slide this over. Clean up my mess here that I just cleaned. I just cleaned up my mess from before, and I go and make another mess. Okay, so here you go. This is the finished product. Now, like I said, I've had this before, but not with the beans and not like chili. but with a spicier cabbage soup type thing. But I decided, you know, just to add the cabbage with the chili to see how it turned out. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try now. It's very hot. Very hot. And I made another mess. Oh man, but that tastes really good. Boy, I'm just full of messes. That is really good. You can taste the cabbage in there, in the broth, and the beans are really good. Of course, I make really good beans, so it's going to be good. And this is how I make my chili. I make it scratch. I don't put cans of this and that, except for the tomatoes that I put in because I'm out of tomatoes. So I used my own spaghetti sauce. The beans are straight out of the bag and turned out really good. I don't use kidney beans for my chili. Very, very seldom will I go back to kidney beans for chili, because chili was never made with kidney beans. It's always pinto beans, because that's what was available back in the day. But there you go, guys. There is my chili cabbage soup, I guess you would call it. Now, there's probably a Mexican name for this, but I don't know what it is. So if you guys figure it out, let me know. But until next time, happy cooking.